Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can I confirm that you can hear me? Hello, everyone. Please, can you confirm to me that you can hear me? Good evening. All right. Thank you, Mr. Melvin. You are confirming that you can hear me. So, good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, to this webinar. This evening, we'll be talking about how to select and buy stocks, top stocks from the US right here in Nigeria. A lot of people are coming in right now. Among me, thank you for being there. Please, can you just type where you are? Just type where you are joining us from. Yeah, let me know where you are joining us from, so I can appreciate you. Just give me a minute. I just want to upload my slides, and as soon as possible, we will start. We don't want this to be too long. Just going to be a short session, but I believe it's going to be very, very enriching to all of us. Let me try and upload my slide. That's taking some time. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, a lot more people are coming in. Good evening. Give me a few minutes and we are going to start. I just mentioned that this will not take too long. By the grace of God, we'll make it short and interesting. Just in a minute, I'm trying to upload my slide and then we will start. All right. I think I'm almost there. Great. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to this webinar by 100x Concept. We are going to be sharing how to select and buy top stocks like Tesla and Google from Nigeria. I'm going to give you a couple of reasons why I feel this is something all of us should be interested in right here in Nigeria, because I believe there's a lot of opportunities for us to benefit from investing in the stock market. So basically, this is about investing in the stock market. But beyond that, specifically investing in the US market right here in Nigeria promises to be enriching, and we can build a lot of wealth from that. So without much ado, let me start this presentation. Like I said, I don't want this to extend for too long. So how to select and buy top stocks like Tesla and Google from Nigeria. A brief outline of our discussion so that you have a sense of what we want to do this evening. I'll give you a brief introduction and then give an opening statement regarding the background to the whole of this. The benefit of investing in the foreign market, I'm going to try and expand a little bit on that. Give you my personal experience that has driven me to actually be very passionate about this. Then how our training and mentorship at 100x Consult can help you, 100x Concept. I'll try and answer a couple of frequently asked questions and then take some other specific questions that may be coming from you, if there are others, and let you know how we can support you in the process of achieving your own financial dreams through investing in the US market. That's the direction we will. So today, again, I will give opportunities for people to ask questions. At the right time, I will tell you when to start sending in your questions so that they don't get lost in the chat. Try and answer as many of the questions as possible, and then we'll wrap it up. So first, let me introduce those of us who are putting this together. It's an organization, it's a partnership. 100x Concept is the brainchild of two professional colleagues. My good self, Adedeji Ajadi, is my name, and my friend Tayo Stephen. We worked together for quite a number of years in different capacities. Both of us are chartered accountants, chartered stockbrokers. We've been involved in training professional students, together for many years. We have a combined experience of over 50 years in the financial services sector, both money and capital market. And we are very passionate about Nigeria and the huge potentials to transform our country. That gives us the background to, and that's why we came together. We said we have an opportunity we can see here, and we think we want to encourage a lot of Nigerians to be part of this. Personally, myself, let me introduce myself a little bit. I'm sure a couple of people may have known me or read my profile. I'm Adedeji Ajadi once again. I have been opportune to have top-class training, both locally and internationally, in finance and in investment. I'm a member of CIA, Certified International Investment Analyst. I did a master's in the UK in finance. I started investing in the Nigerian stock market over 25 years ago when I was a very young man. So that has given me a lot of experience in the capital market. I've made good money in the stock market, and I've also lost money in the stock market. So in doing that, I've been able to gain a lot of experience, knowing what to do and what not to do in the market. And that is the foundation for my passion to try and teach people, to try and share my knowledge and experience with a lot of people. I've been teaching accounting, finance, and investment for over 27 years in Nigeria, especially in professional institutes and to professional students. I was registered and chief executive at the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, where I've been opportune to engage with some of the best minds in finance and investment in Nigeria. So I understand what the issues are, what the challenges are in our country and in our investment environment. Nigeria was named the poverty capital of the world. I mean, personally, that was one of the most painful and embarrassing experience to me as an individual, as a Nigerian, and I'm sure it should be to every Nigerian, for our country, with all of the potentials, all of the capacities that we have, to be named the poverty capital of the world. Now, if you, the way it was captured in one of the news where I read it, it paints a very bad picture of our country. And I'm sure when you, I just want to read the extract of where I copied this from. And you say, it says Nigeria, a third world country in Africa, is known as the poverty capital of the world. The nation just exceeded India with the largest rate of people living in extreme poverty. In Nigeria, about 86.9 million people live in severe poverty, which is about 50% of its entire population, while the nation is smaller, both geographically and in terms of population. It is failing at lowering the rate of poverty. So what they are simply saying, India is a much larger country than Nigeria, both geographically and in terms of population. Yet, the number of the very poor people, the poor of the poor in Nigeria, had exceeded the number of poor people in India in 2020. Now, why am I going into these details? As individuals, and by extension as a nation, as Nigerians, we have not developed the culture of building sustainable wealth, which is unfortunate. Over the years, we have not developed the culture, we have not built the culture of building sustainable wealth. We love to spend. You remember there was a time during the oil boom in the 70s. Our president told us our problem is not money, but how to spend it. We just have not learned how to build wealth on a sustainable basis. And it's not just at the national level, even as individuals. It's a big problem. I see that everywhere in our country. And until we change this, there's very little the government can do. Government won't do it for us. And one of the challenges I have I'm sure many of us here are professionals like me. We have knowledge, we have skills, we have experience. What are we doing with this knowledge and skill to change the narrative of our country? We are not doing enough, and we need to do a lot more. And part of the challenge I've taken for myself is to start this movement. I call this a movement because I know if we can only pull a few thousand, a few millions out of poverty and start building wealth, the multiplier effect of this will be great for the country. That's the background to all that we are doing here. So let me go straight to the benefit of investing in the US and foreign equities. I'm sure somebody will say, I already know what that is about, stock market. There are some additional features that will help every Nigerian. And I want us to quickly see why specifically I'm focusing on foreign market and especially the US market. Now, the stock market helps us to build wealth by creating the savings and investing culture. Now, I'm sure many of us who are old enough between the year 2000 and 2008, when the global economic meltdown happened, I call it the decade of the bulls in the Nigerian market. The Nigerian stock market, the Nigerian stock exchange was absolutely on fire. People made good money. I'm a stockbroker, and I know a lot of stockbroker colleagues who made good money in that period because the stock market was bullish, was vibrant. People were involved in it. Government was involved. Everybody was involved in the stock market, and stockbrokers were building houses and buying things all over the country, as well as a lot of young Nigerians who understood what the stock market was about. The simple point I'm making here is that same thing can be replicated over and over and over because the stock market presents a platform where we can truly build wealth and sustainable wealth. Two, this investing in the US and foreign stock market gives us the benefit of what we call diversification, especially geographical diversification. I won't ask people not to invest in the Nigerian market. I still have shares in the Nigerian stock market, but you need to diversify your holding. For those who know the story I just told in the first point, when the global economic meltdown happened, a lot of Nigerians lost everything that they had. A lot of them, in fact, some people lost their lives. Some people committed suicide. You may not know the details, but those of us who are close to the industry are aware. Some people come because they lost everything. Why? They have put all their eggs in one basket, in the Nigerian basket. Imagine if somebody had put a couple 50% of its stock in the US market. The US market recovered within a period of 4 years during the first term of President Obama, while the Nigerian market is just recently trying to recover. It took us a longer time to recover in Nigeria because of our structures are not that robust compared to a market like the US market. So particularly important during systemic crisis post 2009 in Nigeria, diversification is so critical. Even if you have stock investment in Nigeria or other financial instruments in Nigeria, it will always make you a better person if you could invest and diversify in some other market. Because it's not likely that all markets will come down at the same time. Even if there is a problem in one market, there's another market that will be doing fairly better. And then you are better off for it in terms of your wealth creation. Thirdly, it presents greater investment choices when you invest, especially in the US market. Two of the platforms in the US market alone, the NYSE, New York Stock Exchange, and NASDAQ, trade over 6,000 equities in a single country. In fact, over 10,000 equities are traded overall in the US market. But I've just mentioned the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ, 6,000. So you have a lot of choice. You can choose the kind of stock that meets your own risk return preferences. Riskier stocks are there, less risky ones are there, safer ones are there, and you have opportunity to make your choices. Then you have access to some of the largest and most innovative companies in the world, the Apples and the Amazons and the Microsoft and the Teslas. I'm going to share an example of what happened with my own example, using Tesla as a case study before I round up. You'll see the mind-blowing potential that is possible in this market. Investing in the US market helps us to participate in the global growth story. Now, money, finances move in the direction of change. When change is happening, people then drift towards those areas of changes and invest in it. Those of us who know history, the computer and internet revolution, including the e-commerce in the early 90s, young companies started springing up during those periods, during when internet became the in thing. And people who invested in those companies at that time, today are multi-millionaires. They invested in the Amazons and the Apples and the Microsoft. Many of us heard about them at that time, but we didn't even have the opportunity to invest in them. If you had invested even 500,000 naira, 50,000 naira, 100,000 naira in any of those companies those years back, huge amount of opportunities will have come to you. But today, new things are happening. There is clean energy, there is electric vehicle revolution, artificial intelligence, communal automation, robotics, semiconductor, blockchain technology, precision medicine and gene therapy, cloud computing. All of these new innovations are happening all over the world. The question is, are you going to position yourself now for those benefits that will come in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years? If we do that, that is how we can start generating wealth. The last one, and this is one of the most compelling reasons for me why I believe people should invest in the US market. Currency hedging. The rate of depreciation and devaluation of the naira in the last 30 years has been absolutely devastating. I did a little bit of statistics here, so you can see what I'm saying. In 1990, when I was in my final year in the university, the naira to the dollar exchange rate was 7.39 naira to the dollar. And I remember we were complaining that the economy was bad at that time. Less than $8 naira to the dollar in 1990. Between 1990 and now, you know the story. As of today, you are talking about 590 in terms of black market rates. 590 going to 600 to the dollar within a period of 30-something years. You can imagine the rate of depreciation of the value of our assets that we have kept in the naira over the period. But if you have put your money, you have hedged your bet in a market where the currency is much stronger, maybe it is pounds or in dollars, look at how much that will have made you in terms of preservation of your wealth. And I'm going to give an example, like I mentioned, in my own life. This is my personal experience. And I've tried to create a scenario there, and you will see the potential impact of being able to invest in the right place at the right time, having the right knowledge that will help you to achieve that. In how many years ago now? 17, 18 years ago, I was working in the bank, and I resigned from Chartered Bank, the old Chartered Bank then. That was where I started work, and then later I left the banking industry. And this was the amount. The amount in red was what I got as my terminal benefit from the bank. I didn't waste the money. I invested it in landed property, agricultural land, in the rural areas of Ibadan. At that time, the exchange rate was 130 naira to the dollar. The US equivalent of that amount was $4,211. So I would have gotten this amount at that time. I started asking myself recently, what is the value of this, my 547,000 naira now? My estimate, possibly because I bought plots of land, maybe about 6 million naira now, I think, going by the value of the land in that area where I bought it. I asked myself, if I had done something differently, what were the potentials? What could have happened differently? So I look at 4 scenarios. If I had put the money in the S&P 500, S&P 500 tracks the movement of the US market. And S&P has been growing at the rate of about 10% per annum every year since that year when I got that money. In today's value, I did the computation. It will have compounded $4,211 will have compounded at 10% annually for those years, and I will have had $21,286, translating to 12.346 million naira. That is the lowest place I could have put that money. If I had invested in the shares of McDonald's, see the growth gradually. McDonald's was selling that year at 140, that's 2005, 140.38 shares per dollar, per share at $30 per share. So I would have bought 140 shares at $30, costing me, I don't have the cost there, but the current price is $238 for that share. I look at the current price now, and it will have given me currently $33,410. Convert that to naira at 580. That's 19.378 million. The same 547,000 naira. Just about the difference is, where did I put the money? Where could I have put the money? That's the difference. If it was Microsoft that I bought at that time, the gap would have been much wider. I would have gotten today $51,208. Converted to naira today is 29,701 million naira. 29,701,104 naira. Sorry. And the last one, this is mind blowing. Tesla was selling in 2010 at about 4 naira per dollar. 2010 was even after I got in the money. Assuming I waited and then bought Tesla a couple of years after, I would have bought 1,052 shares of Teslas at $4 per share in 2010. Convert that at now. Today it has dropped below this, because I know in the last when I prepared this, it was up to $993 per share. It's now just a little over $700 now. It dropped recently. It will soon go back. I computed that, and it will have given me over $1 million with my same 547,000 naira. You can take this particular, and go and check the figures. It's there. You can go back and check what the prices of these stocks were at the different time that I spoke about, 2005. $1 million, it will have yielded me 606 million naira, my 547,000 naira. Can you see the huge potential to build wealth that is available to us? But if you don't have the opportunity, if you don't have the knowledge, if you don't know what is possible, then it's not likely we are going to take those opportunities. So today, I just want to share with us what we can then do to start this journey. It doesn't matter if you have never done it before, we can start today. It's not too late to start. In the next 5 years, 10 years, it will look like yesterday. So we will have started building wealth. So we have a training and mentorship program which can help. We will be sharing our knowledge, practical experience, and expertise in investing with members of our community. We want us to do this together as a group. Not that we are going to put our money, you will do your own investing, I will do my own investing, but we will share knowledge, we'll share experience, we will guide ourselves and encourage ourselves to do what is right to build wealth. We will share our investment strategies and opportunities. We will hold each other's hand through this sometimes intimidating and scary investing journey. We will support one another to grow our wealth as a community. Let me just answer a few questions, and very soon I'm going to ask people to start sending in their questions. Let me just answer about 7 or 8 questions which are common that most people ask about, and then I'll ask you to start posting in your questions so I can address those questions. How do I start? There are now a couple of apps in Nigeria, platforms that you can use to buy foreign stocks. So the beginning of it is identify one of those apps. I'm going to mention them now. Identify those ones, register with them just the way you register for a bank account. Those basic information, KYC information is what they will ask you. Download the app, put in all your information, your passport photographs, and your account is open. A couple of them, I can mention 4 of them, right? About 5 of them. Passfolio. I'm going to send the full details of it as we go ahead. Passfolio. We have Bamboo. We have Chaka. We have Trove. We also have Rise. All of those platforms are now available in Nigeria that allows you to be able to buy those foreign stocks, especially the US stocks. That's how to start. So the first thing is you open that account and then you start funding it. You move money. Somebody asks, okay, do I need dollars? No. Even your normal naira. Transfer your naira to the platform. There are clear direction that will be given to you. You transfer your money to be converted to dollars for you, and then right there on the platform you start buying whatever shares you want to buy in the US market. So number 2 has been answered. On what platform or app can I invest? I've mentioned them. I've used 4 of those platforms, so I know how they work. How much is the minimum amount to start investing? For almost all of those platforms, with 10,000 naira you can start. 10,000 naira. There's none of us who does not have 10,000 naira to start. Buying a little bit of shares of Apple, a little bit of shares, and there's something called fractional shares. The shares of some of those big companies are now very expensive. One single share can go for $1,000. Some of them up to $3,000, $2,000+ for Google, for Amazon. But you can buy fractional shares. That means a small fraction of it, 0.1%, 0.1 unit of a share, rather than waiting for when you have the money to buy one full share, and it will be graduated for you based on the amount of money you put in. So with 10,000 naira, you can leave a little bit of shares of Apple, can hold a little bit of shares of Tesla, and so on and so forth. So don't worry about the large amount. That's not what the issue is. So minimum amount to start with 10,000 naira, you can start. And for me, one of the things I encourage people to do, and what we encourage members of our community to do it regularly and consistently. That is the way to build wealth. Saving and investing on the consistent. If you do 10,000 every month, you will be shocked. After 1 year, 12 months, you have 120,000 naira. After 2 years, you have 240,000 naira. And then it's not going to stay on that spot. If you are buying good quality assets, it is compounding. You will be shocked before you know, discover you have $1 million naira. Somebody just saving 10,000 naira in a single month. Can I invest in naira or dollars? Of course, I've mentioned it, whether naira or dollar. If you have a domiciliary account, you can transfer the money in dollars. But if you do not have a domiciliary account, you transfer your money in naira with your Nigerian account alone. From the Nigerian app, you transfer to any of these platforms. How long will it take me to buy my first US stock if I start today? Within 24 hours. If you open your account today, you can open the account within 15 to 20 minutes because it's an online account. They will do a little bit of verification and KYC. I'm sure by 24 hours, by tomorrow, for most of those platforms, they have completed the process of opening your account for you, and then you start investing. So within 24 hours, you should be able to get your account running. How does the US stock market works? That's a big question, which I can't answer fully. It's just like any other stock market. The market can be volatile, prices go up at some time, comes down at some time. If you don't know what you are doing with your money, you can buy a wrong asset and then you lose your money. If you know what you are doing, you can buy solid asset and you make a lot of money. I've given some of those examples. So how the US market works is a big question. These are the reasons why you need to join a community, you need to study, you need to learn about the market. It has taken me years and years and years to learn about the stock market, about investing. I'm still learning after more than 25 years. So you still have a lot of work to do. So I can't answer this thing. This question is too big to answer on this platform. And that is part of why you need a community. We can encourage ourselves, share materials to study, share things to read. You learn, but over time there's no big deal. You can learn how the stock market works. How will I know what stocks to buy or what to do part-time once I start investing? That is where knowledge comes in again. And that is where we also come in. We have some useful materials that you can use to guide you. If you are part of our community, we will share ideas all the time. Currently, the community is already on live. So we have a number of people on that platform. I regularly go there to share my ideas with them. New stock opportunities that I think would be useful to them almost every day. I mean, new ideas, whatever is happening in the market, so that people will know what is going on in the market. Why is the market dropping today? These are the reasons. Why is the market going up today? These are the reasons. So we share those ideas. That gives a lot of people comfort. So they have an idea of what is going on. What shares can I buy? Okay, Tesla is a good buy at this time. Apple is a good buy at this time. All of these are ideas that we share, and we will continue to share that if you are a member of our community. Historically, stock market frequently experience downturns and even collapse. How am I sure I will not lose all my money? That's a very good question, and that's one of the reasons why I also am very, very passionate about this, to let people know what to do. The reason people lose money in the stock market is because they simply don't know what to do. When the market is going down and things are not looking good, people panic and sell. When you panic and sell, that's when you lost your money. You just lost your money. But if you can hold on, understand what is going on, markets always recover. I told you the example of the US market in the 2008, 2009, even the Nigerian market at that same period. During COVID-19, I was sharing my thoughts with some young people in church, and I said, look here, Zenith went down to as low as 12 naira, 10 naira at that time. GT Bank went down as low as 16 naira. I said, look, this is when rich people make money. If you have money now, everybody is afraid. There is fear in town. You know, there is blood on the street. But if you have money at this point, buy. And I remember a couple of young people started buying at that time, right at the peak of COVID-19, because COVID-19 will not be there forever. 8 months after, those people were making 100% returns on their money. Because then it went back to 24 naira. GT Bank went back to 30, 32 naira. That is how the market works. As long as you have bought quality assets, when the market is down, it is just down for a period of time. Let me share a quote with you. What Warren Buffett, I'm sure all of us know about Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world and who made his money in the stock market. If this man is speaking, you want to listen. And I remember reading this article in 2008, right at the very peak of the global economic meltdown. On October 16, 2008, in the New York Times, Warren Buffett wrote, the market was down, the US market was devastated, and he said, I don't know too much. I don't know what will happen to the market tomorrow. I don't know when the market will recover, but I can tell you a few things. I've seen 4 recessions, and I will tell you a few things that I know about the market. He says, over a long term, the stock market news will be good. He said in the 20th century, the United States endured 2 world wars. That's the US itself involved in the wars, and other traumatic and expensive military conflicts. The Depression, a dozen or so recession and financial panics, oil shocks, a flu epidemic, and the resignation of a disgraced president. Yet the Dow Jones is one of the platforms for trading in the US. The Dow Jones rose from 66 to 11,497. So look at the multiple. So if you put your money, if you put $1 or $66 in the market, that's what he's saying. If you had put $66 in the market at the beginning of this century, you will have gotten $11,497 at the end. Despite all of these challenges that the US market had during this period. So markets always experience challenging volatility, a lot of things that are outside the control of the participant, of the investor, even of the government. But the market has shown that it is resilient. 250, close to 300 years of history of the capital market has shown that a strong market is resilient. The market goes down, but the market is coming back again. And the asset, that's where the kind of asset you invest in becomes very important. If you have invested in solid assets with strong fundamentals, those assets are going to come back live because they are producing something. They are producing products. They are producing services that will always continue to be needed even after the challenges have left. And that is what the market is valuing. The market will come back and give it the right value, and it comes back all again. So that's the summary of what I will give in that one to the question that people asked about the risk of the market. The market can be risky, but there are ways you can minimize your risk and protect yourself in the stock market. Now, I've asked quite a number of questions, but do we have any specific question again? I want you to start posting your questions on the chat right now. Post your questions on the chat. I know when it comes to investing, putting your money somewhere, it's a very, very sensitive topic, especially in our country. We've had a lot of people scamming people. We had a lot of Wonder Bank. So people are skeptical, which is correct, and I think you should be. But ask questions. What are the questions you want to ask? What are the comments you want to pass? We will try and give as many questions, answer as many questions as possible. So please, can you hear me? I'm not seeing any questions on the chat room. Under Q&A or under chat, please put in any question you have in the chat room. I see a lot of people had put post there before, but I'm not seeing your questions. So please, do you have any questions? Do you have any things you want us to clarify? I'm willing to take those questions. Yes. I can't see questions. So I will be looking out for those further questions if there are any as we go ahead. So my question is, are you ready for in-depth knowledge on how to trade, invest, and make profit from the US market? That is what the 100X platform is here for. We are willing to support people. We are willing to help to advise one another and hold each other's hand. Now, the way the world goes today is that it's about collaboration, it's about knowledge. Nobody goes on investment journey on his own today. I can't even go it alone myself, despite my experience. I want a group of people that we can share our thoughts, share our idea, and grow together. So we have a platform where we will share those ideas. Like I just mentioned now, everybody opens their own account. We just guide you on what to do. You put your money in the account at the right time. You do the investing for yourself. All that we share together is our knowledge, is our experience, is our analysis, which we'll continue to share with members of our platform. We also have a couple of training resources and training material, which I will strongly encourage that you avail yourself the opportunity. Look, knowledge is the number one thing in this market. You don't know what is all about. When you talk about the stock market for people, a lot of people they don't even have an idea of what we are talking about. So how do you participate in something you don't understand? So the starting point is to, get the knowledge. So what is the stock market? How does it work? When I invest, how do I get money? How am I sure I can make money? How do I identify a solid company from a poor company? All of these it's a big subject, but we can learn it over time. So we have our training material which we can share with you to help you to understand it better. We will also take direct questions on our platform, which we can avail people with the opportunity. So if you join our community, that is what the community is all about. Learn. Get our digital product. We have a digital product that talks about what we are talking about today exactly. That you can spend more time to understand it. How does the market work? The market is volatile. How should I position myself? What kind of trading should I do? Should I be doing regular trading? Or should I invest for the long term? All these are all questions that a lot of people ask that I can't just answer in 1 minute or in a 1 hour webinar. This material that we have is, estimated with a value of, wow, I've been a trainer for many years. I know the value of what that material is. It will be more than 100,000 naira. Joining our WhatsApp group, another 100,000 naira. Ongoing recommendation and tips. Also, but the point is this: we are not charging people based on the real value of this product, truly, because this is a service. This is a service to a large number of Nigerians. All of these materials, we are giving it at a massive discount of 15,000 naira. It's an audio material that has about close to 4 hours or so on it, but it breaks the market down. All the issues, all the questions you can ask, some of the things I've talked about today in more detail. Further discount, if you are going to register and buy today, we are going to give further discount and sell it and make it available at 10,000 naira for those who will, participate in this today. So these are the material. In fact, we even still have a new material which we would publicize. This is on fundamental analysis. How do you do fundamental analysis of stock? It's a question a lot of us. I can't answer. I can, but I know that there is a whole lot I want to say. That talking to you on phone, talking to somebody listening to me, there's no way I can exhaust that. Fundamental analysis using all the kind of skills and ratios and valuation technique value company. Even if you don't know it in depth, as somebody who wants to be putting your money in the market, you need to have an idea of what goes on. How do I even estimate the value of a company? How do I know whether a company is good or not? It's not about just listening to somebody advising you, go and buy Apple. Why should I buy Apple? What are the things I should look out for? So even if you are not an analyst, if you are not an advisor yourself, get to know the knowledge so that when somebody is advising you, know the kind of questions to ask. You know the kind of material to go and study to understand it better. So if you need more information on all that I've said, all we have discussed today, I will want you to ask questions. And I'm going to share an offer with you, and that's where this I mentioned this before on the training material. So if you want this practical training material on the US stock market, please click in there, and then you go and take on the offer, and you'll be able to register to get the material right there on that offer. Like I said, we have further materials we'll share with you as we go along. Well, please feel free, even outside of this webinar, our numbers are there. If you want to send a personal, even if you are not buying anything, if you are not doing anything yet, you want to ask some definite questions from me, please call or send a WhatsApp to this number, and it will get across to me, and I will address your questions and your queries. Anything you have, please, we are willing to help, much more than whatever financial commitment anybody makes. That's not, it's much more than that. Our focus is to help Nigerians, to help ourselves. If this country is going to be free, it's going to come from us as individuals. And I've said it and I keep on saying it. Government will not do a lot for you and me. There's very little government will do. They are there in Abuja. They are there, getting ready for 2023. Nobody's thinking about anybody. You are not thinking about how you build your own wealth. You've got to take some decisions. You've got to start saving. You've got to start investing. You need to do it consistently for many years. That is the way to build sustainable wealth for ourselves and for our family. And we need to touch the life of people around us. Don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Look, every member of my family, my cousins, everybody is on my platform right now, because they are the people I started with. You must start this today. You must start this today, and so that we can all grow together. I don't want a situation where I have millions and I have to be dishing out 10,000 to people, to hundreds of people. I'm also going to be poor. I want everybody around me to take advantage of this, be blessed, and also grow along financially. That is what this is all about, ladies and gentlemen. Surprisingly, ladies and gentlemen, I have not seen question. Okay, somebody is asking a question on the question and answer platform. Thank you. That's Mr. Ayoko. Please, are this trading app registered with financial regulators in Nigeria? I ask because these are government companies. Excellent question. If you have just Google, you will notice that this issue of registration came last year, and this platform are now registered. I know Chaka publicized it when they got registered. Bamboo and all the rest are already in the process. As at the last time I heard, I'm sure by now they will have been fully registered with the SEC. That's SEC that is in charge of this platform. So absolutely, they are registered with SEC. If they have not fully completed the registration, they are in the process of it. But I can confirm the one of Chaka and I think Bamboo for you. They actually publicized it. I'm on from. They publicized it when their registration was approved, and they actually added as part of their branding that we are the first person to be approved by SEC. So I can confirm to you that they are registered and authorized to do what they are doing right here in Nigeria. Good question from Mr. Oluwadamilare. Good evening, sir. Please, sir, for those of us just joining, can you do a brief overview and we will get the recording in our emails? Yeah, I can assure you that we'll get the recording. What we just did was to give ourselves an idea of what investing in stock markets is all about, the opportunities, the benefits, and I think I spent a lot of time to show why I think it is important for all of us to be involved in this to build wealth. I gave the platforms that are available to do this in Nigeria as well, and that we have a community of people that we want to work together to build wealth together, to share information and knowledge on what to do to be able to invest in the US market. And most importantly, nobody is touching anybody's money. You are not sending money to anybody. Nobody is doing it. You are doing the investing for yourself. You will open your own account. You will move money from your own bank account to that platform, and then you do the investing for yourself. All we are here to do is to share. Also, what do you buy after your group starts? What do you buy? What kind of stuff do you buy? Should you buy Amazon? Should you buy Apple? You don't buy them just because they have a big name. They must have future prospects for you to buy into them. So this knowledge, people think it is hit and miss. No, there's knowledge related to being able to invest properly to make money. There is knowledge for it, and you need to learn that. And that's what our platform is all about. So I've given an offer on our material, training material, and honestly, you cannot overemphasize knowledge and training. That's the paramount. I won't even ask anybody to be doing all of this if you don't get the knowledge. The first thing, anything you want to do in life, go and learn what it is all about. Don't just start putting your money. If you are not convinced after the training, after your knowledge, dump it. Don't waste your money. But from the training, you will know whether this is real. whether this is something I want to do, whether this is something that can benefit me, and then you can go ahead and and be part of it. That's what I will encourage. But I can guarantee you, I've been in this business for close to 30 years. I am a chartered accountant. I qualified as a very young age, about age 27, and I've been in finance, I've been in banking. These things are real. The issue there is that you've got to have knowledge to be able to play it, the way it should be. More questions? More questions? I'm sure, again, nobody has asked this, but anybody who has been following the market, you will know that this market, most part of the world are down at this point in time, including the US market. The market has fallen consistently for the last 5 or 6 months. Look, that is part of the normal quality of a stock market. Whether in Nigeria or Germany or UK, there is what we call bust and boom. There is what we call the business cycle. The same bust and boom of the business cycle happens in the stock market. There's a time the market is high, there's time the market is low. The issue is that what do you do at different times? When the market is down like this, so what do you do? Do you run away? Do you sell your shares? So if you don't know what to do, you make a mistake. This kind of situation is the buying opportunity. This is when the millionaires make their money. I will challenge you. Read the letter Warren Buffett sent to the members of his fund just 2 or 3 weeks ago. Go and read what he wrote to them. They are buying. They bought a lot in the first quarter of this year. That is the opportunity he is always looking for. He looks for the time when the market is down. You make money when you position yourself at the right time into the stock market. Something is worth 10 naira. Is selling in the market for 4 or 5 naira. That's the time you make your money, because once you just position yourself, buy it and you wait, the market always recovers. 6 months, 1 year's time, I can't tell you exactly what the time is, but that market will recover. 100%, 150%, 200%. That's the way people make their money. So it is about knowing what to do in different cycles of the market. That's how people make their money. Question from Ayokpo. Please, is there any government equivalent of CSCS in the US where they should? Absolutely. Look, when you buy shares, whether in Nigeria or abroad, there is a custody process. Your name, there is a register of members, just like you have the register of members as that the job that registrars do in Nigeria. That is, there are equivalents in the US. So when you buy the shares of Amazon today, your name is in the register of members of Amazon. Anywhere you are in the world, whether you are in Nigeria, when they are listing the names of members of Amazon, your name is in the register of members. How will you know? On a very regular basis, I see letters asking, I see emails asking me to vote. They won't ask you to vote if your name is not in the register of members. So if you start buying shares now, you will see in the next few months, you start seeing emails asking you, there is AGM coming, this is your own voting letter. This is your own voting letter, because you are now a member, you're a part owner of the company, and you have a right to vote. And then they will start sending your dividend. When I started buying stock in the US market about close to 2 years ago now, once in a while I would just see some credit, and then I go look at. It's because they don't do something special that you go and do some what do you call all this dividend form to fill, and they don't fill any. Once you register your account, they match this. There is a matching between your name, and when the dividend comes, it comes straight to the platform. It enters that your account that you open right here in Nigeria, because the Nigerian platform are not just Nigerian platform. They have foreign platform that they link up with as well. So they are just like a middleman between you and those platforms in the US. Registered and accredited agent. They will give you all the information when you register on those platforms. So dividend will come. I won't even know. I will just see that a mail comes and says, look, dividend of so dollars have been credited to your account from your shares. And I go check it. The money is there in my platform. So it is seamless. Just your registration here gives you all of that, because of that market is far developed, much more developed than once you register, and buy shares, automatically all of those processes are seamless for you. So there is a structure, much more robust structure, that handles all of those custody and linking your returns. Are these trading apps save all time? Well, I don't know what you mean by that. Look, the trading sites, they don't. The way it works is this: once you buy the shares, these things happen immediately. You will know. Once if you put money on those platforms and pay for a stock, the stock quantity that you just bought is credited straight to your account immediately. You see the quantity. And like I said, there are 2 or 3 levels of regulations now that can give you some confidence. One, these apps on their own, those 4 or 5 companies on their own are being registered in Nigeria. They must be registered. SEC must clear them. I think all of us involved in this, let us even ask the question about the status. You can send a mail to the service, to the customer service, about their status of registration with SEC. I mentioned I am not too sure of everyone. I don't know, but I know all of them had started the process of registration. And I think I know when they completed the registration for Chaka and I think Bamboo. The others, you need to also ask to be sure that they are registered. They must be registered with the regulators in Nigeria. Beyond that, they have a link with a US stockbroker. It is US stockbroker that trades in the US market. You can't go to the US market and trade. A Nigerian company, I don't just go to you must have a link with a stockbroker. And there's a popular one that actually does this internationally. That's the same one that does it in Nigeria. I've forgotten their name because they send emails regularly to those of us who are registered, and they send information to you about themselves. So they have that platform abroad. So to that extent, I would say that's how far I know they must be saved reasonably. And when you also look at this platform, go and look at the people that are involved, the people involved in setting up those apps. These are Nigerians. A lot of them are young, vibrant Nigerians who had studied abroad, who saw the gap of what was happening. I know a couple of them, one-on-one. One of them, came to write our stockbroker's exam in Nigeria, the Chaka guy. So I've met him one-on-one. I mean, he was in the US, came back to Nigeria, wrote his CIS exam. He's a chartered stockbroker in Nigeria now, and so I know him, I know them. So many of them saw the gap in the Nigerian situation, and that's why they came to form this. So look at the reputation of people also involved in this, and that will give you an idea of the kind of people involved. So I think from all the information I've given, they are safe, and I have not lost 10 kobo since I have started investing. I've been getting dividend directly from those companies. It's very difficult for anybody to play with that. If getting dividend and then paying you dividend and asking you to vote, and you are voting and attending earnings calls and all of that, getting all the relevant information, I think these are real. So that's how much I can say about that. I don't have any direct relationship with those platforms, but I'm also using them to buy stocks in the US market. So I think I've answered most of the questions here. Yes, any other question on the chat? Okay. If you do not have any further question, then I'm happy that we have managed our time almost excellently well. It's just about exactly 1 hour. But please, once again, I want to encourage you, ask questions if you are still in doubt. All of these platforms are available. Go there, go and search their website, go and ask questions the way you are asking me. Let us all if I have my doubt, I will ask them questions. So, who is your stockbroker abroad? Drive Wealth or so is the name of the stockbroker, the US stockbroker that I've been trying to remember. I had to go and do a search on them, and I discovered that they actually do the same thing they have done for Nigeria in most other parts of the world, from Brazil to that Drive Well. You know, they have that link. They link brokers in different countries to the US market. So that's the primary thing they do. Drive Well, they call themselves. So I went to study it to know that, look, they've been doing this all across the world, not just in Nigeria. So these are the things that I did to do a check to give myself confidence that I can use all of these platforms. So, ladies and gentlemen, please copy our WhatsApp number. You can give a call on this number. You can send any question, any information. If you want me to handle your question directly, please note it on that call. They will send it to me. I can share my email address with you as well, so that we can chat. Let me just send my email address. If you want to send me an email directly, you are in doubt, please, I want to encourage you, take a step today to improve your life and the life of people around you. adedejiajadi1 at yahoo.com. I can guarantee you that we at 100x Concepts are here to support and to help everyone to be better and to build our wealth. I think I'll put it under. Okay, let me try and put it on the chat. My email address. If you don't want to do anything yet, you want to ask further questions before you start taking action, please feel free to reach out to me, and I will be very willing to help. All right. Can you see my chat, my email address in the chat? I've sent it. I believe you must have gotten it. Okay. Yeah, right. I can see it out there. So, ladies and gentlemen, unless there is any further question, let me check finally. Okay, nobody's asking questions again. This is where we call it a date. I will look out for you. I want to see you on our get some of our materials, and then okay, somebody said question from Festus. Okay, that has been answered. So so this is where we'll wrap it up, since we don't have further questions. I want you to ask me questions. I want you to, just anything you want to ask me. I will attend to as many of those questions as possible. But I really would want to encourage you, get to know more about this and take action once you are convinced that this will help you. So have a wonderful, wonderful night rest. This is where we call it a day. Bye-bye, everyone. So, bye once again. Thank you. I can see some people. Mr. Sunday was saying, thanks for the great presentation. He liked it. Thank you, Mr. Bashar. Greetings to you as well. How to join the community? I'm sure you just follow this our call and our WhatsApp. Yes, Moses has sent us where to place the order. Thank you. Somebody is asking questions. Oh, okay. I'm seeing a couple of questions on the chat. I was looking more at the question and answer spot. So let me see whether I can answer one or two questions here. For you said I have an account with Bamboo, though I have not funded yet. The app advertises any other platform that can advise on which stock buy for a fee. Please, what's your stake of type the teach app? Can that platform? I'm not getting this question. I think because you are typing, the person says he has an account with Bamboo but has not yet funded it. I don't know why. Bamboo, I think, is a good app. I use them. But there are other platforms. If you are not comfortable with Bamboo, go for Chaka or go for Passfolio or go for Trove. But I tell you, Bamboo is quite user-friendly. I like their platform, and I have investments that are bought through that platform. So I really don't know what the Somebody said, can we have the recording? Absolutely. We are going to send this recording to everybody, especially those who didn't come. But I think we will be able to send the recording. I can ask my team so that we can send it to those who are here. So there will be the recording, yes. Recording will be sent to you. Somebody said he joined late, he wants to watch. Yes, please, you'll be able to watch. People are appreciating the presentation. I appreciate you for coming as well. The link to place order is there. The WhatsApp number is here. Whichever of these you use, we will be able to reach out to you and give you whatever information you need. So, bye everyone once again. It's like I don't want to leave you. But we have to end the call at this point. All right.